Hi guys,
We're back.
we are back again. Guess who's back?
Back again.
I'm Amirah,
I'm Raven.
and this is
Unfiltered. Boop, 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 boop.
As usual, we have a great packed episode for y'all today. And this is something I think our target audience could relate to very well.
Yeah.
It's something that we all go through.
Fed up.
So our topic today is adulting and everything in between.
Yeah.
Now, adulthood, first of all, I need to say, worst hood to be in. Okay?
It's controversial.
But, I mean, journey to adulthood, everyone has their own unique experiences.
Yeah.
And, some may be good, some may be bad, crazy, wild.
Everything in between.
Literally,
Yeah.
everything in between. So, today we're going to be breaking down a few things that we learned along the way.
Yeah.
A few things, the transition between being a teenager into
To being an
adulthood.
adult.
And yeah, we're just going to talk about our experience, and hopefully you guys could listen in and feel some sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? And resonate with us.
Yeah.
Resonate with us a little
Yeah.
bit, right? So yeah.
I think both of us recently said the other day that we now feel like adults.
Yeah.
So, I'm 24, you're 25.
Yeah.
And the legal age of adulthood is 18.
No,
That is a child. That's a child.
it is. Like, it really took me up until this year
Yeah.
to really
Same.
feel like I'm a full grown adult. And doing this, while trying to internalize and go deep, trying to make notes for this topic, I was like, wow, Amirah, you are an adult. It still keeps hitting me at some parts. You're an adult. You are a child could come up to you and you are that responsible person to help that child.
Crazy.
Or even an adult in some situation. Things
they
happen,
see you
right?
as an adult who could handle things.
Correct.
Yeah.
And
It's always when I'm looking at myself in the mirror too, and I'm like, whoa, that's a woman. Oh, I don't know.
my mom was telling me she was 25 when she conceived me, and I'm like, 25?
That's crazy. You're 25.
I'm 25.
Imagine having a child right now.
I can't even keep a cactus alive.
No.
First of all. I have one that's dying
My,
on my
I
window.
tell ya, my boyfriend bought me a succulent and it died. And
I see him I've killed 2 or 3 succulents.
it's
I'm
so bad.
It's bad.
It's so bad. And we're the responsible adults.
I mean, what I can't say though, I was thinking about what does an adult mean to me,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And in doing that deep thinking, I'm like, younger Amirah would be proud of the person I am today.
Yeah.
And younger Amirah would look up to the person I am today. And of course, it's not perfect, right? But
Yeah. Improvements have been made.
yeah.
Real big improvements.
And to me, being an adult is finally realizing that you have that freedom
Yeah.
to do whatever you want to do. So all the intrusive thoughts that be hitting you sometimes, it's
You could do it. Nothing is
do
actually
that.
stopping you from doing it.
yeah, you don't have a parent to be I mean,
They're
still
there,
live
yeah.
with a parent.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I mean,
There are there are limits,
correct.
but it's not the same.
Yeah, it's
not the same.
different. That's I could go out the house and be well, I'm not sure what time I'm coming back.
Yeah.
And whoa.
That's
Whoa.
because listen, when I go to raves, my mother will be so what time you coming back? And I'll be in the morning. 5 o'clock in the morning. younger me sometimes cannot conceive the life that I'm living right now.
Listen,
Getting to go out, like
I started going to like raves at 21, like the
I think
end of
same.
21, 22,
Yeah.
right? And at first, the first one or two times, my mom, like I would have to consistently during the night, I
Yeah.
would have to check in like literally every single hour on the dot. And now it's like, okay, I'm going out.
Yeah.
I might be back like 7, 8 in the morning. And that's fine. Sometimes she'll just message me. You'll bring out doubles to me, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's so cool now.
But you know what? I think it's that we've proven ourselves to be responsible as well. Especially like if we've been doing this for a while. So,
Yeah.
you know, you started around 21, 22, you're 25 now. It's years of seeing that, okay, Amirah could go out and be responsible and come home when she says she's coming home and things cool.
Yeah.
So they're learning too, you know?
That's so true. I mean, I feel like kind of, I don't know if this is on topic, off topic a little bit, but I feel like I have so much grace for my mom because it's her first
It took me a
time
lot to
living
get to that
too.
point
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
being able to give her grace. And if you really think about it, right? They're adults and they are still at their age, 50 something for my parents.
Same.
Yeah. Learning things, growing, like shifting and changing between when we were 21 to now. They have changed so much.
Correct. Yeah.
So right now we're thinking, oh, like we're adults, yeah, and we've learned so much, but we still have so much to learn. And I have mixed feelings about that, but that's life. You cannot avoid like the lessons and learning new things. It's inevitable.
Sometimes I forget and I feel like I'm the only one that has to grow and learn. And I forget like the same goes to my mom. Like, I mean, living in totally different times, first of all. So things that we would have learned from an earlier age, they are now learning as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's
that perspective, yeah.
Yeah. So, but I would also say like growing up, I had this fixated thing in my head where what I thought an adult is.
Yeah.
Right? And now that I'm an adult,
It's like
totally different perspective. Because it's really not what I thought it was, what an adult was. An adult is just someone figuring it out along the way, just like everybody else.
Yeah.
Literally.
And I think it's, of course, it's socialization too. Because of how you were raised, it's like, hey, you had to do this or you had to do that. And there's like these expectations placed on you. So in your head, you think adulthood is gonna look like this. Or I have to have this together by this age. And that is what will signify adulthood for me. And then when you get old, I mean, older. And like now at the age that we are, we're actually feeling like adults. We realize, well, hey, we're here, but it's not like how they said it would be.
Correct.
How we thought it would be.
Yeah. And, you know, I thought it meant an adult is someone who's responsible, have their
everything figured out.
Together, married, have kids, finished university, whatever, tertiary training. And they are just, like, I don't know, I had this whole cycle in my mind.
Yeah.
And now it's like, I detest that. Like, low-key. Maybe high-key, I detest that. I feel like I don't know, society. This is societal thing, right? Just have so many, like even in my family itself, like so many expectations of what you should and shouldn't do by this certain age. And I feel like that comes down on us and we have this invisible clock on ourselves to get to that pressure to get certain things done, to feel like you're accomplished adult, and it's like no, hold your brakes.
And that's part of adulthood, you know, like realizing that the clock does not exist. That invisible clock that you think is ticking is in your head. And you could set your own timeline and figure things out at your own pace. I mean, for me, a lot of the challenges that helped me feel like an adult now were like in social areas. So through my teenage years, like up until very recently, it was like not really knowing like boundaries, right?
Yes.
struggling to like know myself and then learning myself and upholding those boundaries to, you know, respect myself. And me feeling like an adult is largely because I am now at that point where I could fully set boundaries in all like my different spheres of relationships.
Yeah.
So like family, friends, strangers, whoever. I could do this.
That's really great.
Yeah.
Like even to have like me too, like while doing this, I didn't realize how big of a part boundaries had to play
in this whole thing. Yeah.
Because it's so crazy. It's like, you know, when you were younger, and I always draw back to this, right? Like my family is like, I have a big family, right? So it's like any little gatherings you go to is hug this one, hug that one, hug this one, hug that one. And like,
you
as
just
I mentioned before,
you have no autonomy.
I'm not a touchy person,
Yeah,
right?
I remember.
And that's just me, right? And I'm like continuously forced to do that. I mean, it's a little thing, right?
Well,
I can feel like
things you tell yourself.
Myself, it's a little thing.
Yeah.
But it's like those simple things, those are boundaries.
Yeah.
And as a child, you had no control.
Choice. Yeah.
Right? Over
a lot of things though.
Yeah.
Most things.
And as you get older and into adulthood, you can tell your parents, like I remember you don't want to go to church.
Yeah.
That's a boundary.
Yeah. And it was tough. Like it could have things would have really gone downhill. But I'm glad that I tried. Because I knew that it wasn't aligning with me. So adulthood is that, like just figuring out, okay, does this align with me? Does this align with me? And then like actually taking action based on what you know.
Like I literally have this written down here, and I feel like I have to read it. Like, despite the stress, adulthood also gives you autonomy, the power to make choices that that align with your true self.
Yeah,
and it's so true, because so many things I feel like we had to do that it didn't align with your true self, and growing older and setting those boundaries makes you more aligned with yourself, and then that's more
your
like
path.
Like figuring out who you are, and like that journey of being your most genuine and authentic self. Everything kind of like all ties in together somehow. But
bro, I feel like because most of my lessons were in, like I said, that area of community and like experiencing like some painful experiences to get to the point of, okay, I know what my boundaries are now. I feel like that is all I know about adulthood. So outside of like, you know, taxes, thing, like all these typical adult things, I don't know. Like I could boldly say, I know how to set boundaries. That's it. I feel like that's it.
No, but honestly, I feel like, you know, there were lots of things we weren't taught about adulthood in school.
Yeah.
Like say example, taxes, the whole investments, the banking system, like all of that,
would
right?
have been ideal.
But at the same time, I think learning boundaries it's more important. Like honestly,
I get you.
I think learning yourself, and I mean like you'll learn yourself to the day you die, right? You'll learn and grow and whatever.
There's
right?
always something.
And it will always keep changing. But at the same time, like knowing yourself and who you are at your core is one of the most important things you could ever do. Like, I can't say the F word, but that's everything else. I don't know what other words I could say. And sometimes you just can't replace a word. You just can't replace a word sometimes. So
F everything else.
Forget everything else.
Yeah.
Forget everything.
F word, Forget everything else.
Yeah. Sometimes you really just gotta do
it's
that.
just, you're right, you know. I think I wouldn't change the way things lined up, you know. It being, okay, I feel like I know myself to a certain extent. And that was the first key, I guess, of adulthood that I have. I wouldn't want to have other keys before this one. So I'm glad that this is the first one, and I'm trusting myself to figure things out along the way.
Yeah.
Because I'm relying on my intuition for everything else.
Yes. Listen, your intuition. so many times things would happen. And I would be like, you know what? Let me not follow my gut. Let me not, like, my gut is telling me one thing. And I'm like, nah, just shrug it off.
Yeah.
And
I've always regretted that.
listen, regret, ugh. Now I hate to use the word regret, right? But sometimes it's really, like, you just wish you would have followed through with your intuition, because when you see the part you could have took instead of ignored, it's like, why did you do that?
Yeah.
It's like,
it's not adding up.
You want to pelt yourself with a big stone. In the nicest way possible. We don't promote violence here. At all.
Yeah. Because it's like you want to give yourself grace too, and it's like, I will do better next time. But that's the thing, there's only so much that I could do. If you find that you're cycling through this thing of, I get a gut feeling, I ignore it, I feel guilty, I tell myself I'll do better next time, something else come up, say nah, and you're cycling again. Wait, I should have listened next time. You don't go and listen next time, dog.
Listen, and that's the next thing about being an adult, right? It's okay,
learn the lessons.
You finally take this step to realize your mistakes or your wrongdoings.
Yeah,
right? You take that step. That's a big
clarity
step, right? That's a huge step. But then you keep repeating the same things, and I myself find myself
in cycle sometimes.
Yes. And sometimes it's really like, Amirah, do you need a big stone? Do you need me to throw myself a big stone? Because I know better, and I know how to correct my mistakes, yet I'm doing the same things over and over. And sometimes you really need other people to pull you up on it. Yeah. So sometimes you might feel like your friends or your family members trying to hold you accountable. Listen to them sometimes.
Yeah.
And yes, it's kind of harsh to hear your wrongdoings or mistakes from other people, but just be grateful that they're looking out for you and they could help you along the way, to recognize, to overcome it. Because I myself do that. Like, sometimes it takes somebody else to like buff me up or something for me to get
like,
check.
That reality check. And you know what? I'm glad you mentioned other people like holding you accountable, because this was part of adulthood for me, is being open, especially to my parents.
Yeah.
And their advice, or them saying like, hey, that don't make sense, or just generally trying to guide. Because before, or like, my childhood experience is these people are controlling me, and they were objectively controlling, right? So now that I'm like transitioning out childhood, teenage years, adulthood, and they're learning to like release the reins a little bit. It could be better, but they're learning. Now my task was, do I ignore them and just see them as these controlling people who don't know what they're talking about and they have nothing good to say, or do I actually open up a little bit and try to be understanding? And it took, once again, painful lessons for me to come to the realization, okay, sometimes they make sense.
Yeah.
And I cannot be completely closed off, or else I'll miss like key guidance.
Yes.
It's 3:33 on the clock.
Damn.
Yeah. Listen, sometimes the people that you don't want to hear the advice from is where spirit, the universe, source, whoever will send the advice.
That's so true.
And it's like your heart had to be open. Just listen. Be open to listening.
Yeah. I remember growing up, I would always feel like I know everything.
Yeah.
And different generations, so my parents, my family, they don't know, because different generations, they don't understand. And I always had that in my head. And even up until recently, it was like, I forget that sometimes they do understand.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm like, nah, they don't understand. They don't understand, because I'm living a totally different life. But in some aspect, they do understand. Yep. And you're just going through it the first time, so you don't understand.
That they understand.
Exactly. And it's really hard sometimes when your parents are right.
Yeah, boy, oh God.
It's a little hard.
That's a hard blow, yeah.
And it takes me up until now. Sometimes my mom would tell me something. I'm like, that's not true, you know. I would talk to her in a certain way and I would think about what I say or do after. And then after a while, I would go back to her and be like, well, you know, like, what you said was actually true.
Yeah.
And, like, I was wrong.
Yeah.
And like, I'm learning to do that now because I don't know, a part of me feels like I feel wrong if I don't go and apologize, if I don't say that I was wrong or something like that. I feel like I feel bad and I can't sleep with myself.
I get you.
And even though sometimes she don't apologize or acknowledge her
but
self,
yeah,
like that's fine.
Yeah,
because I know that's just what I want to do.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
And sometimes you might not realize the impact that you're having on them. But if you keep doing that, like if you're consistent with, yeah, I'll apologize, I'll say when I was wrong, whatever. You don't know, like in a few years, she might start doing the same thing because we don't realize that they're learning from us too.
Yeah.
Because within my family, it used to be like we have an argument, we stop talking, we in the same house, we passing each other straight for weeks. And then at some random point, we'll just start back talking like normal.
Yeah.
And that's how it used to be, right? And I had to decide, okay, I'm not doing this. I'm going to do things differently. So if I mess up or I lash out or whatever, I used to be in my room like, oh, come on, like, why did I do that? Like, real beating myself up. Like, I shouldn't have said that. And then at some point I realized, you know, I could just apologize for this. Like, instead of like taking it out of myself and telling myself, okay, I'll just be good next time. I'll just do better next time. You could fix it now by saying, hey, sorry for speaking this way, or like, you know, just take some accountability.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I started doing that, and the energy within my relationship with my parents shifted. So it's like they're more open to me now, like they're more understanding, and they themselves will also try to be mindful of how they interact with me. So it's like you have to be the one to make the change in the family sometimes. You got to be the one to start it.
Yeah, that's so true.
And that is part of adulting for me.
Even you're the child in the situation, right? But sometimes you have to step up and be the adult for your parents. And for the older ones.
Your parents.
Listen.
It's not easy.
It's not.
It's
like we have some toddlers on our hands, but like, what are we gonna do?
Like, actually, like, you ever realize sometimes that your parents, like, they don't know how to deal with their emotions?
Yes. And I feel like I can't even blame them.
Yeah.
Because that is all they were taught. And that all generation they knew.
Emotions didn't exist back in their time.
Up till now, though, like, I would try having a conversation, like, try to talk out certain things with my mom, right? And up till now, you know what this woman will do? Change topic. I just start talking about, we had to get bread. You see the rain falling?
Oh, no.
And I'm like, yo, why are you changing the conversation? Like, but we had to get bread though. Literally, that's how the conversation will go.
And once again, like that, it is driving me mad. Like, my mom did that the other day. I think I probably messed up because I probably had an attitude with her early in the day or something. So later in the night, I went to tell her good night, and she's like, you and these moods. One time you're good. One time you're good. Next time is this and that. So I was like, what I do today? You want to talk about something that I did, you know, because I'm not always aware all the time of like my attitude and thing. And she's like, nah, like, I don't have anything to say. You know, I'm like, I'm trying to have a conversation, like, if you feel a certain way or whatever, like, let me talk. And she was like, come, just go, man. Just go. You just want to be up on them, man. I'm like, I'm trying to talk to you. But I had to just not get upset in that moment. And I was like, she just genuinely does not know or like feel comfortable, like expressing herself or like saying like, hey, this is actually how I feel about something. Maybe she never had the opportunity to do
I think so.
And like, it's completely new. So I'm giving her grace for that. But the new parents.
How many favorites? The thing my mother tells me is, your nerves bothering you.
Oh Lord.
Your nerves. And I'm like, No, I have raging hormones. My hormones are raging.
You just vex. Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Like, you on your period or something?
Always.
I have to check myself, I have to check myself when she said about that.
Yeah.
Say, wait,
Sometimes you
really,
really have to
really?
check yourself, Because I realize that sometimes I be giving an attitude when I don't need to.
Yeah.
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 And that's wrong on me. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Mom.
Good. I want to talk a little bit about finding out, like, career-wise.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like from since kindergarten, everybody's asking you, what do you want to be?
Like, bro, I just come out the cooch. Like, I am fresh out the womb. Like, what do you mean? I just picked something and went with it. I was like, yeah, I want to be a teacher.
I feel like it was either like teacher,
Doctor,
dentist, fireman.
one of them things.
Yeah.
So I was just like, eeny, meeny, money, mo.
I think for me, the first thing was dentist.
Okay.
Like I was going through some like old stuff and I pulled out something from like kindergarten and started dentist. And anyway, that's beside the point. What I was going to say is like, I feel like each stage you always get asked, what do you want to be? What do you want to be? And I feel like I'm not still 100% sure.
Yeah, because I don't believe in there just being like one thing. Like, first of all, careers are man-made. So like, can we just exist, please? Let me just exist, and then somebody out there, some finance bro is gonna be like, then how are you gonna make money? You have to earn the money. Like, God, leave me alone.
For me, I think I always was one track minded in the sense that I thought I could have only done one thing. And now it's like I want to do so many things.
Yeah.
Like earlier this year, I did some voiceover work.
Ooh.
And like I had my blog, so like writing. Okay, I can't talk about it. So some writing, and then I'm starting this now, and then I have my other job, and it's like I'm doing.
It actually
so many
feels good to do a bunch of things. Yeah,
and I mean, I would love. I feel like I don't know if I should say this on here, but whatever, I'm gonna say it regardless. I would love if this podcast could become my number one thing. Right?
Every day I'm like, God, please, I want to get paid to speak. Because I didn't know. I was like, I want to talk, dog. Where this coming from?
Listen.
It made me think I was shy.
Listen. I love having this platform to just speak. And I feel like when we, like, as you guys could realize, we didn't even talk about different setup today. We just dove right into it, but like you're like a little nervous so like this because like I don't know, as like maybe different setup. I don't know.
Today I was like I'm feeling shy, like
and I feel like we're flowing so well. Like I'm feeling we're good. Yeah, we're good, but
I was worried for nothing,
I don't know, it's just like it takes off, but like geez, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, it's just manifesting. Manifest my ass off.
And listen, right? So this ties back into career and intuition for me are linked.
Yeah.
And well, also just like meditating and finding like moments of stillness to actually figure out, okay, what's happening inside?
Yeah.
What do I want? Like just be calm and be cool and get in and figure like, so I'm a massage therapist, right? And I got the idea for like my business name and a bunch of business related ideas during a meditation. So I'm there meditating. It like the inspiration just hits me. I pull out a book one time.
Yeah.
And it's been like a year, something like that. A year now, and I'm still like building things, clientele. Like it's a headache. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like being self-employed is not easy because, especially the beginning, because things not stable. So there's a lot of sacrifices to be made where it's like, there's things I want to do, like health stuff. That's a whole thing with adulting too. There's like things are popping up that I want to get checked out, but I don't have the money for that right now.
Literally.
Like I'll just pretend not to see it. I actually have like a list of like procedures or checks or whatever that I want to do, right?
Same.
And if I make like a big enough amount of money to say that I have extra aside from like my current like taking care of myself general things, say, all right, I'll check one of these procedures or checkups off the list.
Yeah.
God knows when the next lump sum of cash is gonna come in for me to do our next procedure, and I just have to kind of be okay with that because I know that that's the life I chose for myself with, you know, this unconventional path of like following your soul and things. Like I can't go back to, bro, I tell you, I was working in a bank, insurance, like I gave up all these things and I knew what I was giving up. Maybe I didn't know to the full extent. I just knew that I needed to do it.
Nah, but if it's one thing, like I really, really deeply admire you for that and like doing your own thing, which you feel aligned with, because I am going through it with work right now. And every day,
about work, you're like stressed.
Big stone. That's all I have to say. Big stone, right? But I am going through it right now, and every day I question myself, and I'm like, Amirah, this has taken such a big toll on my mental health. I had to stay home like half the week last week because I was just so stressed out, right? And like I was like, my anxiety, everything was like acting up so bad, and I'm like, I'm questioning myself, like, Amirah, do you really need this money, this small bit of money? And I'm like, I look back at people who just doing their own thing and not confined to the corporate world.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I know on the outside it seems
It looks like
it seems great, but there's so much more to it inside. And like same thing we were saying about the procedures and things you want to get checked out.
Yeah.
I recently, when I say recently, about 2 months ago, I went to the doctor because, you know, it's this hurting you, that hurting you, but it's kind of like off and on, nothing too serious, right? But still, you want to just do a little checkup. Doctor gave me a price at all the procedures, like things he like blood work and things he want to just check up on, you know, asking my family history and all of that. And when he gave me the price, I was like, okay, I'll check you back, right?
Doesn't go back.
Cause healthcare is healthcare as an adult, dog. Get insurance.
That's so stressful.
Get insurance, please, because
we had to take like a pause and a timeout to just hold my head and think about the healthcare system because
jeez, it's too much be going on, you know. And
so for me, what I found was key in navigating it. The financial aspect of things is trying not to be afraid, right? So that was like direct guidance kind of way. So like you're living according to your intuition and you're following your soul's path, you have to trust. So even in those moments where it's like, there's something that I want to get checked, like there's a valid reason for me to want to go and check this thing, but I can't do it now. Am I going to sit and be like, I don't have the money. Like I wonder what's going on. Like every minute, am I just going to be like channeling fear into the direction of this thing that I can't do? No.
Yeah.
It's like, what can I do at this point in time? So I would just like focus my energy on building what I want to build and trust that when the money does come in for me to do this checkup or this procedure or whatever, things will fall into place right when it needs to. Like I literally have to trust that. And it's not, once again, it's not easy. It's not to say I wouldn't be worried, but I can't continue pouring energy into the worry. Yeah. And
sometimes it's very hard to not pour your energy into the worrying. And I try to tell myself, Amirah, you worrying is just taking up your mental
just
like space, and it's not doing anything for you. But it's just hard to not worry sometimes. And you talking about finances. We have too much to spend. We have too much money to spend, and we're not making enough for how much we have to spend as an adult.
Yeah.
Because you're now in charge of, like, you have bills to pay, you have insurance to pay for, you have all of these things, you have groceries to buy, you have
the list long for expenditure.
They raise the price of rum in the budget. Right?
Stop drinking, everybody. Use this as a sign to be sober.
And it's like, jeez, boy, everything costs too much. I remember, I think he was talking about it on one of our episodes about bartering.
Yes.
Bring back bartering.
I love that.
I feel like that's such a great way, like, especially, like, as you said, like, among creatives.
Yes.
Because you could exchange. We have so much talented people here, right? You could exchange talent for talent. Like, come on, let's bring that back a little bit, You could get so much things done.
I think we're heading towards it, Like, I'm seeing more and more people doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like this new wave of adults, like, we've caught on.
Yeah.
We're like, you know what? This money thing, death to capitalism, bro. And let's just actually foster real communities where we could work together and make sure that everybody could survive doing what they actually want to do.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be easy. That I feel like I've said that so much time today.
Because
that's that path, especially with, like, being authentic and choosing your soul's path, it's not going to be easy. The road less traveled, bro. It's less traveled for a reason.
Exactly.
Because that shit is hard.
And I don't know, boy. Sometimes I tell myself, I know what I want. Like, I'm finally at a stage in my life where I know what I want. And it requires certain sacrifices of me, and it's hard to let go of certain things and make certain sacrifices. And that's the thing, like, that's a point I'm kind of struggling right now.
Right.
And it's hard. Like, it's like, how are you gonna deal with this, boy?
Yeah.
Like, my job might move locations next year, and I'm like, is this the point where I leave?
Yeah.
Like, is this how bad? Like, I'm asking myself this every single day. Is this the point where I leave? Like, is this a sign? And, like, everything is pointing to it being yes. And I'm like,
Amirah, I'm gonna tell you something, right? Because I've seen you, like, talking about your job for a while, just in person as well as, like, on the phone and stuff. Like, deep down, that you had to leave.
Yeah. It's just,
but sometimes knowing and actually doing, like, once again, it's not easy. This adulting thing.
It's like, that is my one steady stream of income.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, I have serious shit to do with my money. It's not like I just could stop working.
And then,
it's like I need a backup plan before I could actually do that. Like, I don't have anybody that's like, here's $10,000.
I could.
Anybody
out there who's listening,
we can settle for more.
To dish out, because you know what, manifesting people who are, like, willing to help and able to help.
Yeah.
People who, like, actually could see us and say, yeah, love what these two adult women are doing.
That sounds
and
so weird. Adult woman. Whoa, I'm an adult.
Like, grown woman. Grown ass woman. Talking about meaningful shit.
If there's any sponsors that want to sponsor us at KFC, let's talk with this KFC.
Listen, we'll take it. We'll take it.
That KFC biscuit, the picture I sent you the other day, it tasted so, like, angry.
So, update. I had the KFC biscuit per Amirah's recommendation. It was warm and it was good.
Yeah.
You heard it here, folks. It was not dry as I thought it would be. So, contrary to popular belief, KFC biscuits are not dry. Debunked.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to make a clip on how much time to talk about KFC.
It's your fault.
It's really me because I keep bringing up KFC, which I don't know why. I don't even. Anyways,
Eat it that often.
no,
But
yeah,
I want to talk about adulthood for me was like coming out of autopilot. So like realizing how much I was just living through the lens of this traumatized child or teenager or whatever.
wow,
So it's like my traumatized self is driving and like making the decisions. And it's like in my head, I used to justify certain things, right? So sometimes I knew I was on shit. I knew I wasn't supposed to be around them people doing what I was doing. Like I knew all these things, but it was like I've been through this or I've been through that. So I feel like it's normal for somebody who experienced that to be doing this.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So yeah, like, and it's just allowing your circumstances or your trauma to dictate the things that you did, even though you knew it wasn't good for you. And adulting for me became, all right, kid, I understand you. I see you. I feel your pain. Like I could see why you would want to do that. I feel you, but I'm gonna take over. Like you just relax. You sit on the backseat. Let me drive. And so it has to be you're validating yourself. You validate, like you didn't deserve to go through that. Like I understand. Like I'm not blaming you, but I just want to do things differently.
yeah,
And making better decisions. So it's like not living from the trauma. And of course, that's a whole thing because there's a lot of undoing and unlearning and just a lot of restructuring. But that was a big part of what actually made me feel like an adult too. Like just wanting to genuinely live and not do like a bunch of self-destructive shit.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, before I feel like I made that realization I'm an adult and I could set boundaries and all of that, I felt like very depersonalized. And I feel like I was living every day just
Dissociated.
like I'm here, but I'm not
really
here. Like I would reach, like I'm leaving home, I reach in a maxi, going to work, and I'm like, wait, what? I'm here. Like, is my mind is constantly on, and like it's like my eyes are closed and I'm inside my head.
Yeah.
And like just like literally autopilot and you're just moving. And I was accustomed to feeling like that for so long that now it's like
I'm actually living.
Yeah. It feels like, the pop-up storybooks. It's like it's like that. It's like
actually interactive.
Yeah. I guess you could put it like that. But before it was like, in those movies where it's like taking place in like Mexico, Colombia, everything, like the air is like
it's like
hazy and like that's how it felt.
That's a really great like way of putting it, like the visuals. Yeah,
that's
I used
how
to
it felt.
dissociate a lot too. It's a coping mechanism.
Like I would have a dream and I would wake up for school, right? And I'm like, shoot, I didn't even get to finish the dream. So whole day in school now, when I'm supposed to be paying attention in class, I am trying to finish the dream in my head. Or like daydream about that cute guy I saw like this morning or some shit like that. Imagine a happy life together. Like
the daydreaming thing, like maladaptive daydreaming.
Oof.
Like the way I just used to sit. So I would sit down. I could be anywhere. I in school, I out like generally, like I'm just sitting like this. I'm spaced out. And in my head, the absolute worst scenario is just playing out. Like, yeah, I get kidnapped. And a taxi, they lock the doors, the child lock on. Like, when I tell you, like, my anxiety was so bad because I was constantly, like, in my head, just like having like a messed up thing playing out. So I was afraid of everything. And it was like, that was it. Like, I am in a social interaction and I daydreaming about something that have nothing to do with the social interaction. It just messed up and it's just a fair loop just going. And I had to be like it took a while for me to break out of that. Like literally, like sometimes it's just like shaking these thoughts out my head. People probably used to think, what's going on? Because it actually required like go from here. Like actually like a physical reaction to get the thoughts out. And it became easier. So if I thought it pop up, I would just go, no, I don't want to think about that right now. And it would keep coming back up and I would keep being like, no, like it's like slowly taking control of my brain. And now I'm fully awake.
I don't think I'm 100% awake as it. Honestly, I still feel like first of all, I must say I'm not like diagnosed with like anxiety or anything like that, right? Because like I don't want to say like, oh, like I'm actually have anxiety. So I don't actually have anxiety, I think. But like I be feeling that's the one thing I feel like I need to work on 100%, like the most.
Yeah.
Because we were saying about those bad scenarios. I feel like every time I go anywhere, I need to play out the bad scenarios first in order for me to have a good time or anything like that.
And that sucks. Like,
it's like too much people in one area. So like we go out, right?
Yeah.
This is when the last time I went Vice for Sotu, right? And this keep on replaying in my head so much, so I could remember it so much. So it was like out on the patio, right? And they had like a piece like block off. And like people moving and I was like walking around and it was like a lot of people, right? And in my head, the only thing that was going on was, what if they blocked off for a reason? They didn't want people to go there because what if it like frail or fragile, whatever, and everything, the whole building come crashing down. And that was the only thing that was just on
looping.
Mine. I'm like, it's gonna fall. And I'm like, Amirah, what the hell? It's not going to fall. And like I had to keep telling myself, reassuring myself, Amirah, what the hell is wrong with you? But sometimes it really gets too much.
Yeah.
It really gets too much. But we go forward.
Yeah. One thing I'm super grateful for in terms of being an adult is that I'm not fighting my mind as much as I used to. Like it was constantly a battle. Like you talking about that just now and I'm like, nah, justice for you. But it does get easier, especially like how this podcast, for example, is something you wanted to do but you were anxious about doing, but then you did it. So like the more you like do things that show you, well, hey, this was a fear, but I don't have to like let it control me or like restrict me. The more you do stuff like that, the more your fears like lose power.
Yeah.
And then they eventually just kind of, not to say that they go away completely, but they become like whispers, so they're not as loud. Or you could say, hey, well, I understand why you'd be afraid, but I'm going to do this thing anyway.
Yeah. That's so true what you're saying, because this is the next thing I'm going to draw from. Every single time I get on a car, I feel like I'm going to get in an accident for some weird reason, right? But like I drive, it's crazy.
No.
But like, no, like as I'm on this podcast and talking about things and I feel like it's my little therapy session, things in my life feel lighter. Yeah. And I feel like I'm breaking some barriers with myself and it is helping. And obviously, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah,
things are going to be solved right away, but it's helping. Like this podcast, it helps. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you. You're proud of each other.
Yeah. The lessons.
Adulthood. Boy.
Nah.
But I feel like I am also very glad to be an adult.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And I am grateful for the place that I am now.
Yeah.
And I am excited for
future.
To the future, and like
Yeah.
to work on other things. And I remember the last episode. I think I asked you a question from the
How I
book.
feel about
Yes. And since then, I have
Thinking
been
about it.
thinking about
Yeah.
it a lot. And I feel better about it a little bit. I'm like, you know what? I feel like what I learned from that, just taking it all in, is like, I feel like I just need to take better care of myself and like health-wise.
Yeah.
You know, and I need to get a little serious in my diet and exercise. Like, not just for the way that I look,
Yeah.
but the way how I feel.
Yeah.
Like, that's the most important thing. Like, the way how you feel. Yeah. And yeah, I see people out here, some grams living till 100, and in his old days smoking like a chimney, drinking like a
Yeah, and they good.
yeah, and they good.
I don't know if I want to live that long, but I don't. Like,
I don't know.
honestly, as long as I'm healthy
Yeah,
and like physically, like I can move, even if I need a little assistance with mobility stuff. But I want to live a good quality life.
I agree. Yeah, I think I don't have like a specific age that I want
Yeah,
to live
neither
to,
me.
but
I have not thought about life like that far, to be honest.
yeah. I think I just want to live a very fulfilling life, doing things
Yeah.
I want to do and not have any regrets.
Yeah, and you're on track.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Because like even though we're adults, right? We're young. We're youngins.
Yeah.
Actually,
Actually, yeah.
We're 2 decades into this shit, dog.
Yeah.
And there's so much more to go, so much more to learn, but also just so much more to experience, so much joy, excitement. There's life to be lived. So it's like, just get excited, like pre-excited. I like to do that.
And I feel like I would say, for the most part, from the time we were born up until I would say 20, majority of it, that was school,
Yeah.
I would say. Because
Yeah.
my entire life was taken up with school, and school getting drilled down your head, right? And all of that time was just learning how the world is, how people is, how the world works,
Yeah.
and everything in it. So like, I
And
feel
now
like
we're actually starting.
correct.
life.
It feels like you only start your life in your
Just now.
20s.
Yeah.
Well, at least for me, because I know,
I relate.
yeah, because I know some people start living. When I say living, like start doing things at a much earlier age. You know, it's
Yeah.
with regards to circumstance, and you know, everybody's life is different. But yeah, and I really forget to think about it.
Yeah.
Sometimes in that perspective, like I'm young.
Yeah. Young and
Yeah.
turned, as the young people say. We
It's even
outside.
doing the peace sign anymore. I don't know. I don't know what's cool.
Does it matter?
No, because you know what? I am cool.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I don't know. I don't care. I still want to be so cool, but right now it's fine.
For you, yeah.
You know what's cool? Being yourself. That's what's cool.
I love you said it like an ad. You want to know what's cool? Be you. It's
Be
true.
you. Yeah.
That's the guideline for adulting.
Yeah.
Be yourself.
You know,
Everything will fall into place. Career, like I don't know about the finance. The finances, sure, it will take a little longer. I wanted to tell you,
money is a man-made thing.
it is.
Yeah.
But sometimes, with like how you said, you would want to have something before you leave your job, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's like you just have to leave that thing first, you know. It's like I hate to say it.
No, but it
It's
is
like-
true.
Sometimes you have to clear space and show that you trust that something else will come in that's more aligned with you and release something, and then literally sometimes as soon as you do that,
Yeah.
another opportunity will open up.
It's the comfort. It's the
Yeah.
comfort of, you know, having that stability and knowing
And
the
knowing,
perks and all
yeah.
of that. Definitely, yeah.
But I think honestly, eventually things will balance out in your mind,
Yeah.
and you'll reach a point, just like how you reached that point with the podcast of like, I go and do it. It will be
Yeah.
like, it wouldn't make you as nervous anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You'll just feel like the time is now, and you'll be able to do it. So if for now you don't feel like it's that time yet, don't worry about it.
True.
Yeah.
Or I need to worry less for you. I
Worry
really get
less.
gray.
Worry less.
I'm trying to see if I could get my gray hairs.
Showing people, this is what adulting
Look,
does to me.
this is what adults. Not really. Yeah, I was
I can
born.
see it.
I was
am
born with
verifying.
gray hair.
Really?
Yeah, stressed from the womb. No,
No,
for
that's
real.
actually very interesting.
Yeah, people say it's good luck.
Is it?
We'll see.
I'm gonna look into that. I've never heard that before. But I think that's a good perspective to have.
Yeah.
You know what? In comparison to it being from stress from the womb, good luck. Yeah, keep that. That's a good luck charms. Anytime you're feeling stressed or worried, could
luck.
agree here and say, I am lucky.
Lucky
This
is
gray hair
my middle name.
proves it. Yeah.
But Earl was talking about being genuine and being authentic and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we do refer to our slogan, our tagline,
Yeah.
which is
Keeping it
keeping it
real.
real. I feel like I forget
That we have a tagline here.
But hashtag keeping it real. And that's all we want to do. Keep it real. Nothing less.
Yeah.
Nothing less. Because we have too much fakery in the bakery that's going on.
Adulting really shows you how fake people are. I feel like I've a light bulb or something went off and I was like, I don't like this.
What? You know, there's one thing I didn't mention earlier though that I feel like I must make mention to. Friendships. Friendships.
Yeah.
You sometimes it's as simple as you outgrow people.
Yeah.
And it's that simple. There's no bad blood. There's no nothing.
Yeah.
It's just, you're just not on the same level anymore. And that doesn't mean that other person is necessarily a bad person or whatever. But that's literally all it is.
Yeah.
All it is. Yeah.
And I think it's a hard truth to accept, but yeah, adulting.
Yeah.
Adulting is a lot of accepting things.
Yeah.
That
So
you don't
true.
want to accept, but you have to. So accept that you need to be you and live authentically. End of message.
We'll stop the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this episode.
I hope you all enjoy every episode.
Yeah.
We have a YouTube channel for those who don't know. So if you're listening to this and not watching, be aware there's a YouTube channel. So if you want to see us, because we're making eye contact with you right now, but you can't tell if you're listening. We're looking at you. We're watching you.
We're looking deep into your soul.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a change of
Yeah.
I don't know, change of something.
So you can
You get to see our reactions and saying,
yeah. You could listen and you could watch. You could listen to us on Gen 10 on Sunday
and then
watch us on Monday.
Yeah.
You
got to
follow us to both worlds. I don't know the
that's
rest.
copyrighted.
Bleep. You can follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok.
Yeah.
We be posting
We be posting.
content.
We be posting.
So y'all better keep up.
Yeah. Until
So-
next time.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.